Hey everybody, I'm Cody from Alavas Gaming, and we're back to playing more of It Moves. And I am being stared at by a weird Satan goat head thing, and I don't much appreciate that. Oh, we have a sprint! Would have been nice if I'd have known about that beforehand. Might have been able to outrun the weird tentacle head monster thing earlier. A banner on a long pole. It's too old and torn to make out the details. A huge skull. Banner on a long pole, it's also too old and worn to make out the details. Well, I'm just gonna run along because I don't like this thing. Yep, nope. The door is firmly shut. Okay, I made it mad. What? Andromeda, protect me. I don't like this. I don't like this. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? You seem more confused than anybody. Alright, you can go back to sleep. This sounds familiar. Some kind of altar. This noise sounds very familiar. Some kind of machine. Nope, closed. I got kitty hair all over my face now. Picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture is in too bad shape to make out any details. Can I mess with that? A large fan circulating the stuffy air. Alright, let's keep on moving. We'll find something eventually. I don't like this, guys. I'm guessing I gotta find a lever of some sort. Some kind of machine. Ugh. I heard a noise. This poor kid, man. Looks almost like the lights on the runway at airports. This poor kid, no wonder he's having so much trouble sleeping. He's freaking his freaking mind out, man. Nothing? Okay. Is it just me, or did the... Looks like something used to pour out of these. Maybe blood? Oh, hello. Something said... Oh, there's a lever! How did I not see that? Alright. Things are open somewhere now. Is this one open? I didn't even see him there! How are you? This person is being very friendly for a extremely scary monster being. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I don't like this. I really don't. Is this one open? That one's open. Is the bag hidden in there? A face. A creepy mask. Can I wear it to scare off the... Do I dance along? I'm dancing out of fear! This is my fearing dance! I don't like... Ah! Get away from me! Hi. Did I break it? A creepy mask. Yeah, I'll say! No, stop that. Oh. Whew. Okay, this one's open. Oh, look, blood's pouring out now. Isn't that lovely? Okay, it's still going. That's so freaking creepy. I don't like this. Oh, good, I can go down here now. Is that a giant brain? Or just a mass of bodies? Well, let's get out of here. I didn't do anything to you! Let's flip that switch. Alright, lights. Runway lights again. Alright, there's only one left, I think. I'm gonna go the other way around so I don't disturb the things over there. Is that... Am I a sheriff now? Okay. Did that do whatever it needed to do to the altar? Oh. What just happened? What is going on in this kid's brain? It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness alone, frightened, unaware of the rotten change in the atmosphere. A thickening of the air as if something had displaced it. As I heard the first casual twists of the bedsheets below. The first anxious increase of my heartbeat at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk. That word. A word which had been sent into exile, filtered up through my consciousness, breaking free of all repression, gasping for air, screaming, etching, and carving itself into my mind. Ghost. As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitor had ceased moving. The bedsheets lay calm and dormant, but they'd been replaced by something far more hideous. A slow, rhythmic, rasping breath heaved and escaped from the thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and falling with each sordid, wheezing, and garbled breath. I shuddered and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay, as it had the previous night, in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed, all but for the perverted breath of my as-yet unseen bunkmate. I lay there terrified. I just wanted this thing to go, to leave me alone. What did it want? Then something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved. It moved in a way different from before. When it threw itself around in the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose, almost animalistic. For that thing lying there in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and nonchalantly sat up. Its labored breathing had become louder. Now only a mattress and a few flimsy wooden slats separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears, a fear which mere words cannot relate to you or anyone else coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear could have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this thing would look like, sitting there listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination then turned to an unnerving reality, began to touch the wooden slats which my mattress sat on. It seemed to caress them carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Then, with great force, prodded against between the two slats into the mattress. Even through the padding, it felt as though someone had viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I let out an almighty cry, and the wheezing, shaking, and moving thing in the bunk below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as it had done the night before. Small flakes of paint powdered onto my blanket from the wall as the frame of the bed scraped along it backwards and forwards. Once again, I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring as she always was, with a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course, she asked what was wrong, but I could not say. I dared not say. I simply said one word over and over and over again. Nightmare. This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night, I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as not to provide this abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry, the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk, seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way, I managed to feign illness a few times and come up with other less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed. But more often than not, I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. The room where the light from outside did not sit right, alone with that thing. With time, you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I had come to realize that, for whatever reason, this thing could not harm me when my mother was present. I'm sure the same would have been said for my father, but as loving as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all, thanks to the nightmares. Oh, man. This is getting crazy. Chapter 4. Anger Overload. Oh. Okay, I'm just already in the dream. Okay. The painted glass depicts some religious man, I guess. I just realized that it's kind of funny that in these games you usually see protagonists that look kind of anime-ish or anything, and I look more like an anime character than he does. Okay, what is this? A hook hangs from the wall. A piece of meat hangs to dry from it. I'm not sure that's how you make jerky. Okay, I'm just... Did I just lose a leg? Earthquake. Oh, no, it's... The painted glass depicts some religious man, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought there was a painting! What is this? The painted glass depicts a scene from the Bible. Going out! A spider! No, thank you! Various jars with disgusting stuff inside. I don't like this. Another one. The big jar fills with heads of some sort. They're all disgusting stuff. Oh, was this a stocking guy? It's a big pool, but I'd rather not use it. This game is freaking tense, man. Looks like a map. I like this. What? Is that like a skinned dog? It's a bunch of animals. I think it's kitties. No, don't hurt the kitties. Don't hurt my little Andromeda or my little Lynn. My poor babies. Okay, I guess I'm stuck here. Anything I can do to escape? Other than jump into oblivion? I'm guessing this isn't oblivion, it's just... Oh. No! No. I feel bad for this kid. I feel really bad for this kid. Whoa. Oh, they're closing their mouths as I go by. I have nothing to say about them. Is this the ghost's way of telling me to be quiet? Alright, let's close all their mouths, and then let's go the other way! What happens if I go back? I can't. Well, I tried. Oh, I don't like this. It's freaking dolls! Oh, and now they still have their mouths closed. Great. Was that a chainsaw or was that moaning? I don't like this, you guys. No! I hate babies crying! No! Yeah, I just gotta keep going forward. Nothing to be done. I don't like this at all. Oh! What? Oh! Save me! Okay. Hi. Oh my gosh, that's so disturbing. What? His mom came to check on me. Oh no, that was her putting me to bed. My greatest fears were realized in the winter. The days grew short and the longer nights merely provided this wretch with more opportunities. It was a difficult time for my family. My grandmother, a wonderfully kind and gentle woman, had deteriorated greatly since the death of my grandfather. My mother was trying her best to keep her in the community as long as possible. However, dementia is a cruel and degenerative illness, robbing a person of their memories one day at a time. Soon she recognized none of us, and it became clear that she would need to be moved from her house to a nursing home. Before she could be moved, my grandmother had a particularly difficult few nights, and my mother decided that she would stay with her. As much as I loved my grandmother and felt nothing but anguish at her illness, to this day I feel guilty that my first thoughts were not of her. but of what my nightly visitor may do should it become aware of my mother's absence. Her presence being the one thing which I was sure was protecting me from the full horror of this thing's reach. I rushed home from school that day and immediately wrenched the bedsheets and mattress from the lower bunk, removing all of the slats and placing an old desk, a chest of drawers, and some chairs which had kept them cupboard where the bottom bunk used to be. I told my father I was making an office, which he found adorable, but I would be damned if I give that thing a place to sleep for one more night. As darkness approached, I lay there knowing my mother was not in the house. I did not know what to do. My only impulse was to sneak into her jewelry box and take a small family crucifix which I had seen there before. While my family were not very religious, at that age I still believed in God and hoped that somehow this would protect me. Although fearful and anxious, while gripping the crucifix under my pillow tightly in one hand, sleep eventually came, and as I drifted off to dream, I hoped that I would awaken in the morning without incidents. Unfortunately, that night was the most terrifying of all. No. Urban Explorer. This doesn't sound like it'll be bad at all.